WTF Nation Radio
is in the house.
At the bottom of the ocean, I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'll stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream. I'm at the bottom for the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'll stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, you said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
yeah. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence on this 18 August 2025 year of our dumpster fire. Is it a dumpster fire or not? I don't know. People are like saying, no, it's a great year so far. Is it? Is it not? Or whatever? Who knows? I'm just telling you the way we see it. Please tell me why I wait for my public input to get in on questions to back up. Huh? We talking about VA stuff? Anyways, let's talk about the VA in a minute. This is the Monday edition. U.S. Army WTF Moments, WTF Nation Radio. Broadcasting live, 5x5. Looks like everybody's in the chats. I can see people starting to form up, fill in, whatever. Smoke them if you got them. Take a sip of your drinks, beer, whatever. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'm just going to cut to the chase. So last night, the Veteran Crisis Line had someone end their lives online, live on their, when they were speaking to a responder. Now, you know, all the shit that we talk about, you know, 22 a day, if you need somebody to reach out, I have never heard anybody, or I've never heard of a case to where something like that happened. And it bothers me that everyone who likes to blow off the Veteran Crisis Line, or likes to blow off the VA, or likes to let's put it this way. If you're going to talk shit about a fucking resource that is available to you, and then you don't want to help out and you don't want to provide input or assist that resource, shut the fuck up. I don't care if YouTube or whoever bans us for me saying this. I get fucking tired of all the... I just been like kind of recently over the last few days looking over comments, looking over stuff that Facebook, you know, Facebook, Instagram, blah, 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 Twitter, blah, blah, blah. And I look and I say, you know, somebody said, you guys have lost relevance since 2016. All right, bitch, what the fuck have you done? If you are going to better the veteran community than us or anybody else, as a matter of fact, there are veterans that are out there trying to get resources to assist veterans to do, I don't even know if it's 22 a day anymore. I don't think anybody wants to provide any accurate numbers of who exactly is ending their lives. So with that, I'm going to have members of the veteran community that work in the veterans affairs to come on and whistleblow some shit. I've been speaking all day to members of the Department of Veteran Affairs that are just fucking fed up. The problems that are happening within that area, resources as well, they're going to come on. I've just about fucking had it with some of this shit. And if you want to make your snide little comments to, there's other pages that follow us. There's other pages that share our content that I know for a fact are out there busting they're doing what they can for what they have in front of them. And they can only do so much, right? It's just like the transgender community, how they get fucked over with what happened with their exceptions to policy. The fact that no one is seeing this, just like the vax exemptions, religious exemptions, for them to be fucking well off, as well as that clusterfuck of everyone coming back in, of the grand total of 13. I just don't fucking understand. I don't know what is it in the veteran community that thinks you can give her a fuck. Hey, what's up, U.S. Army? Matter of fact, U.S. Army memes, I'm going to use you for an example. Talks about a lot of veteran issues. Hey, if you need me, you need to talk, you hit the DMs. Look, a lot of people can only do so much. A lot of us are not certified, board-certified therapists or psychologists that can assist you, but we can walk you through the process to at least get to you to where you're at. I don't know what this veteran was going through for him to end their lives on the Veteran Crisis, the VCL. I wish we could have done more. I wish we could have helped, you know? I wish there was something that we could have done so that way we can assist the veteran and not doing something, like I said, and everyone's in the comments saying it's a temporary, it's a temporary problem. You're just creating a permanent solution that doesn't need to be. Yeah, exactly that. And a lot of it is when someone says, well, there's not a need for it. I mean, there's a comment right there. I see it right there. Well, there's no funding for it, so no one's going to use it. Do you know? Does anybody know? Well, don't worry. They will come on, and they're not going to tell you. It is going to be at a time of our choosing that the members of that work in the Veteran Affairs that are going to come on and just whistleblow some shit. Because I've had it. They have fucking had it. And I'm tired of seeing all the fucking cherry picking of all veterans that have been involved in trying to make shit better for other. I'm going to say right now, everyone who likes to shit, I'm just going down to TL too. Everyone who likes to shit talk the Grunt Style Foundation, everyone who likes to talk shit about Janae Sergio and Tim Jensen for what they've been trying to do for cannabis, THC, CBD relief, as opposed to using pills, as opposed to using fucking alcohol. Veterans are trying to make a fucking difference. But what we don't need is the static extra shit. It's coming from the fucking veteran community. Are you for real? Oh, I got you. Oh, I got you 6. Yeah, we're teammates. Yeah, fist bump. Yeah, brother. Yeah. But as soon as a veteran does something, and as soon as a veteran posts something about who they're trying to work with or who they're trying to collaborate with, other veterans are shitting on them. Do you always walk around the house yelling? No, I do not. So again, I see some comments in there. I was just looking at some of the comments. Yeah, U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio attended an event to celebrate, to get involved in community. And what do I see in the comments? Grunt Style is for people that only serve different. I'm about to say, did you guys only look at the first 3 posts? The same instance with the Stolen Valor story. We had individuals that were literally saying, U.S. Army WTF Moments, you guys live for this shit. Live for what? Some nut job that attacked an actual veteran who he said was, hey, you're stolen valor, blah, blah, blah. And then gets shot. Nobody wants to talk about the fact the dude was white and the veteran was black, right? There's some negative connotation of that. Didn't want to go there, even though race wasn't part of the topic. But I'm just saying. Exactly that, Keith. No good deed goes unpunished. So if you don't like U.S. Army WTF Moments and you don't like WTF Nation Radio, you don't support Grunt Style Foundation, you don't support the individuals that are involved to move legislation to our sister veterans, or you don't want to get on board and let the Department of Veteran Affairs know, hey, this is fucked up, or there's some people in between to let the fucking secretary know about it, then you're fucked up. I'm tired of fucking podium riders. I am. Talk all this shit. Oh, yeah, veterans this, and we need that for veterans, and blah, blah. Fucking hey, yeah. Let me see. Let me go to your personal account and all that. Damn, you're shitting on fucking Grunt Style? You're shitting on the fucking VA? Now, granted, the VA is not perfect. But I think, personally, there are some issues that are down at the ground level that the secretary does not see. The Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of Department of Affairs. The Secretary of the Army. How do I know? How do we know? Because we all talk within other pages that deal with this stuff. I think it's getting worse. Don't even get me on Sergeant's time, because the Sergeant's time rant that I'm going to fucking unload on is going to be even better. Just real quick, I just want to say, if you have, and this is to the U.S. Army, if you have a policy when it comes to education, when it comes to benefits, when it comes to entitlements, just shut the fuck up, okay? Don't even fucking talk about it. As a matter of fact, seeing the inbox, hey, you get this, you get these, you get that, lethality, warrior mentality, you get to go to school. And then you look at the inbox. What do you see? I'm not allowed to go to CSP. We have business rules that we have in our command that prevents me from fucking retiring or just a soldier ETSing. How the fuck? Are you expected to join the military and then have a proper transition out when there's policies that the Army specifically says you must go through this Blah, 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 blah. Oh no, not 1st Cav, not 4th ID, not even the great 82nd Airborne. Hey Gary, how you doing? I'm just a little pissed off. Just a tad. So yes, the individuals from the Department of Veteran Affairs are going to come on at a time of our choosing, at a time where they're going to come on and shoot the shit with us, and they're going to discuss some of the issues that are happening within the Veteran Affairs that, look, hey, if you don't like U.S. Army WTF Moments, you don't like WTF Nation Radio, that's fine. That's where you're going to get your information from. Just ranting, Gary. I'm just ranting. Just fucking pissed off. Just pissed off at looking at all the fucking haters and shit like that. Woo! Do you want us to be do not join the Army WTF Moments? Because you're damn sure giving us enough fucking ammo to fucking post shit like that. Hell, I already got fucking Sergeant Majors calling me insider threat. You're censored on U.S. Army memes again? Really? What the hell for? Did you drop a lot of memes or what? What'd you do? What happened? What'd you do? What'd you say? Probably gonna get banned. Yeah. Anyways, sorry. So I apologize for raising my voice a little bit and getting a little passionate on my rant there. So that was kind of the reason why I was running a little late, and that's kind of the reason why a lot of shit's been built up to where I'm pissed right now. Because if you got nothing to fucking say, then shut the fuck up or unfollow the page or unfollow any other influencer that's trying to better your ass. I don't know, man. Let me see. Better your ass. I mean, like to get you help and stuff like that. Sorry if you individuals are getting pissed off at me because of the way I'm speaking to them. Oh my God. So again, stay tuned. And when they come on, they're going to come on. What happened to Army memes? Yeah, I don't know, man. Let me see. Let me assist you guys. Am I related to angry cops? No. Oh man. No, me and Hyde, we're cool. We're cool, man. It's we really. Oh, is it because the rhythmic method of speaking in our ranting? Is that what you're saying? He has his way. I have my way. I love the man. Love my brother. I'm another mother. All right, let's see. Something wrong here. Let's check out and see what's going on here with let me see. Let me see. Let me see. No, I can see you right now. I see you right now. Yep. What do you hear? What do you say? Insider threat and head of Gold Corp. I'm the man of many talents, right? Yeah, no shit. I actually had an active duty sergeant major tell the world, tell the sergeant major forum that I was an insider threat. Say it with your full chest, right, TJ? Someone has you blocked. Oh man, I don't know what's going on, dude. I don't know what's going on. Who's got people blocked? I cannot tell you, guys. I don't know what's going on. If you guys are throwing some stuff that Facebook's not saying, Meta's going stuff, go to Twitter and you can post whatever the fuck you want there. Or go to YouTube. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Fort Sill is the only base that blocked you so far. So again, I'm telling you guys and gals, remain vigilant. Look to your left here. Assist your veteran counterparts in getting the help that they need at the VA. Do not help the fucking distractors out there. Help them out. Help your veteran. Help your fellow veteran. Because those distractors out there are right there going, fucking, you're just doing double clout chasing and blah, blah, blah. Unfucking real, dude. Unreal. So to recap, I know that there's individuals that are walking in going, what the fuck is going on? I was just saying that there was a veteran who ended his life on the veteran crisis line. And so for that, I've been on the phone all day speaking with members of the Department of Veterans Affairs, so that way they can come on and discuss a lot of issues that I think the Secretary is not aware of. The Secretary of the Department of Veteran Affairs. So there you go. That's what happened. Even exactly that. PIQ, help your fucking fellow vets even across the pond, man. I mean, you can only do so much. Hey, man, I only know this. I only know that. I hope everything's good. Let me know if you need anything. Sometimes that's all it takes. But I've never heard of a case like this where someone has ended their life while they were talking to someone, a responder, on that. It sucks. The science behind it, the psychology behind it, I don't know what to tell. I'm not an expert in that. But please, reach out, man. Reach out, because it's nobody wants to hear about that. Nobody. Again, I would want to sing your praises, at your funeral when we all grow old together. We're not supposed to be ending our lives. We're supposed to be beginning the new chapter of our lives once we get out of the military. That's right, Pip. The long time ago, people said I hated vets because, a lot of it too is a lot of self-initiative as well. If you're feeling down, you need help. Hey, man, fucking, all right, let's go get some help. Let's get you some help. Go through the processes, even though as much as you hate it, it could save your life. It could help you out, and could end up being something that was not as a big deal that you thought it was, not as much of a big deal that you thought it was. I'm about ready to fucking start going off in different languages now. I was speechless when I heard about that. At the resource, just like when we had the father of the veteran that ended his life in San Antonio as well on the steps of the VA. And then, of course, everyone else, doing their stuff, and people saying that, veterans are paid. And this is in Texas, of course, Texas politics. Veterans are paid chills and blah, 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 blah. So again, I'm going to say this before I go on to the next topic. So I was ranting for a long time, but I was like, holy shit. Format up around me. When they show up, you're just going to be like, bloop, bloop. Oh my God, these are members of the Veterans Department of Veterans Affairs, the VA. These are VA employees. You're going to see them pop up. And then we're going to have it right there. Again, this is going to be a time at our choosing. It's not going to be announced, because what I don't want is I don't want to fucking headhunt. And I don't want people from either the VA or the administration threatening these individuals. So when they do show up, bloop, bloop, they're going to pop up. And when they do show up, they're going to disclose a lot. I was, like I said, being on the phone, and I mouth agape, jaw to the floor, eyes wide, like, what the hell? I will say this, Devin. I'm glad you brought that up, Devin. So, we've had, if you guys don't know, and everybody kind of knows that, Devin is one of the admins of U.S. Army memes and all that. And he's been going through his own trek, his own path of drama dealing with the VA. And in his story, we posted it before, and what did we see? Drama. What did we see? That vet doesn't know what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Hey, look, and we brought this up before, the vet wants answers. And that's a lot of reason why vets end up fucking going down that path. They're going down that path because you have individuals that are saying, and I will say this, Devin, hope you don't mind me saying this, that we're talking about Devin saying that, well, there's things that he didn't know, there's things that he needs to do. Motherfucker, Devin didn't know. And Devin did not know there were specific processes, because it was just like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You're just expected to know all this shit, and then that's it. It's not like we get a great transition process currently in the service, all services. What's up, Tong? So I'm just going to say right now that, a lot of the, the process that you went through the VA is different than what I went through. It's different than what Devin went through. It's different than what any of the members of the veterans on staff, what they've gone through. Some of it's easy. Some of it's been bad. Some of it's been whatever. You cannot base your experience of how all that's it, blanketed, not like some of the fucking chuckleheads that are in the comments in some of our posts. You guys just live. You guys just live for stolen valor. What are you fucking talking about? We got told that we weren't relevant. Matter of fact, we weren't relevant since 2016. Yeah, well, then unfollow if you don't think we're relevant. So yeah, on Devin's case and his specific path, to the point to where we even posted it and said, "Hey, what's going on with this guy's case? What's going on with this?" And said, "Hey, blah 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 blah." To the point to where Devin and I have been able, behind the scenes, have been able to go through all the processes and doing checks the blocks. We'll run notes back and forth. Hey, who else have you spoken with? Who else have you been talking to? Blah blah blah. And then we go cross notes, and there we go. And again, I know exactly what the problem was immediately. We have the most shittiest. I don't know what's going on. Either these fucking, after the GWAT, everyone fucking lost their minds, or I think it's what it is. I think something happened in the GWAT. I don't know. Maybe, it's Monday, so I could talk tinfoil. Maybe it was the facts. It made motherfuckers lose their mind. Is Facebook gonna ban? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Something happened. Common sense to where all of a sudden commanders just didn't care about assisting their soldiers getting out. We know that because business rules were created for deployments. It's authorized. It's all this. Man, I thought after the GWAT, you were going to see soldiers go do beauty pageants, go do some fucking record deals, be able to fucking live a little bit and all that. And then, of course, obviously, Ivan fucked that up. And now we do these rotations instead of, I don't know, stationing 2 divisions like we did back in the day. But that's another story. That's a sergeant's time policy problem, I guess we could talk about. But the process that Devin went through, and I appreciate you letting me talk about this. The process that Devin went through is that he was not given the specific template, what every veteran should be getting when they get out, of, hey, this is what happened when you get out. This is what you're expected to do when you get out. And when you have the VA come and talk, this is what the wickets that you have to roll through to do this. I think the GWAT made it, not only did the GWAT make everybody stupid, but I think it's like garrison shit kind of got thrown out the fucking window too. I'm not going to censor myself tonight. Fuck it. You guys are going to have to catch me on whatever channel doesn't have me, not dropping F-bombs. So again, we got it today. Something in the inbox. Business rules. We got business rules. What were the business rules? On how much you can and cannot take CSP. Are we really that fucking bad where, dude, the GWAT is over, right? Oh, mission. What mission? As I blink my eyes. It's fucking frustrating, man. I don't know. I just heard that shit today. Just kind of looking over the feeds, looking at everybody talking their shit and talking out of their ass, talking about how grunt style is this, grunt style. That's the thing. I'm not getting paid by fucking grunt style, by the way. Woo! Not at all. Even assisted the Pineapple Express, some of our Aussie teammates. Across, can you say across the pond or kind of like down under? You can just say down under, right? And some of the shit that they've been dealing with on the mold issue. But damn, dude, don't be shitting on people that are trying to fucking help you. Because I guarantee it, we've seen our inbox is pretty deep. It goes about 15 years back. And the individuals that we see talking shit on, no shit. The ones that talk shit about what grunt style does or who grunt style's with or we support grunt style or our page is not relevant. And then look at your name. Oh, yeah, you asked us for help about an issue of your toxic leader. Everyone lost brain cells from all that time spent in those 200-degree porta potties in Iraq. You ain't lying. Maybe it's that plastic. What was that? PFBs, CFPs, or whatever they call that? When heat goes into plastic, into the water, or something like that. I really don't know if I can understand. Marines or Air Force Reserves to join? I do have some friends that are Marines, and they have Marine Reserves, Air Force Reserves. I would say go Space Force. That seems to be the new hotness. Even in the Air Force. Even people in the Air Force want to go to the Space Force. Could you imagine that? We always shit, like, I should have went to the Air Force, being in the Army, right? Now there's members of the Air Force. Somebody said, stop trying to Armyfy my Air Force. They want to go to Space Force. Yeah, I don't know, Devin, why, I don't know why your comment, yeah, everything is looking up. I see all your comments in there from before, dude. I don't know what is going on. I could see Army memes. Yep. I don't know. Did you post something that was bad on your page? I don't know, dude. Go get your page back, man. Oh man. Yeah, I cannot tell you what's going on. Everyone's comments look like they're coming in. Some people are saying that Facebook is doing their own assisted moderation and all that. I'm just sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being late. But I'm also not apologizing for my rant that I just said. The VA, the Department of Defense, they need to get more focused in what is going on the ground, because the individuals that are on the ground that are seeing what all this podium speak is about, they're not seeing results. So I'll be more than happy once they come on, once those individuals come on. Yeah. You want to be a motor pool mechanic or an aviation mechanic? Well, there you go. But you can't, yeah, dude. Lately, Facebook's been weirdly weird about stuff. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, dude, I'm saying, for those of you that are, for some reason, Facebook is not whatever. Army memes, you're good. I see you in there. So. PIQ. Okay, there's a job that opened up at the Department of Defense for their one of the public affairs specialist jobs, and I've had all my friends and everybody hit that up. Yeah, it's been said to me that that USA Jobs GS stuff, GS-14. No, I'm not saying it. If an opportunity were to arise and they say, "Hey, Ken, you want to come over and blah blah blah, blah blah blah," yeah, I'd be more than happy. But I'm not going to go out and fucking, have to. Oh no, you got to go US. No. Everybody who knows me has presented. Imagine the VA hires you. Exactly that, Evan. Everything that I've done to assist everybody to help, and I will just be like, hey, do what you did to somebody else, how you got them hired, whatever they did. You guys don't know who I am, so okay. Well, Devin says he has an interest in becoming a VS, so hey, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in another show. But I really wanted to hit this portion right here about what happened at the Veteran Crisis Line. And other employees of the VA that just have had enough. And so when they come on, like I said, it'll be a surprise. It won't be a, hi, we're going to have so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so from the Department of Veteran Affairs. No, it's just going to be bam, here they are. And that'll be it. Because I don't want threats, or I don't want anybody to get, no, you would not go on that podcast. It's bad enough that we have the Army telling some soldiers and everybody else not to come on this podcast. I don't know why. It's kind of funny, huh? The Army doesn't say shit when some of their soldiers are posting thirst traps or being blatantly fucking disrespectful to themselves and to the Army uniform. But God forbid a soldier has something posted on U.S. Army WTF Moments. Woo! You better take that down. Reminds me a long time ago. Now you guys remember the drama that was going on at 3rd CR at Fort Hood. At the time, it was Colonel Admiral. It's very threatening to all the soldiers and stuff like that. And for every threat that he was given to the soldiers about whatever gets posted on WTF Moments, it just seemed to be that the U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio highlighted more stuff, to the point to where Jose, our illustrious Jose Tamale, went out, did reports on the ground, on the beat journalism about 3CR. You're going to call Pete? Okay. All right, Corey, go ahead. I'm just sorry, dude. I'm fucking pissed off. I'm just pissed off about that shit. No veteran should have gone through that. And that just reminds me of the story, like I said, when we had the father on here where his son ended his life, and I don't know, what else can I rant at? I haven't even gotten to the talk about Putin visiting the fucking U.S. and what happened there and all that. I just want to make sure I get it all out of my system. Because don't worry, I have that energy for those topics as well. You're going to apply? Okay, cool. Go for it. Sign up. Sign up. What's worse can happen? All right. I'm not going to take a break, by the way. I'm just going to keep going. So, I'll just roll right on through. So, don't sweat the, you're going to go on a break? No, I'm not going to go on a break. I'm just fucking, like I said. Yeah, don't call. If I get a phone, trust me, if I get a phone call, I'll say that on air. Hi, I'm going to be the Secretary of Defense, whatever, you know. I've already said this before that they need some retired NCOs at the VA, at the HQ, and as well as the DOD. So that way, when they post something, hey, that's not really happening, man. You should be saying that shit. Here's what's really going on. Blah 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 blah. So and so's not telling you this, and so so's not telling you that. And oh, by the way, these are the same individuals that denied religious exemptions for the vax. And tomorrow at 1300, I am attending my cousin's USMC burial, full military honors, 25th Regiment. Oh, well, sorry to hear the loss of your cousin. You know, I send my regards to the family as well. So, all right. So let's just talk about the visit. The visit. Or I don't know, Vladimir Putin. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Reminds me of the South Park skit. Which one? Which part? What I just did with the. And we played the South Park thing with Chrissy Nome, where she shot all the dogs, and I think they got like a lot blurred out. So this reminds me of that. Anyways, so let's talk about the let's talk about what happened when Putin visited. So Putin visits, right? Shows up and into the mic thing. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, I did that one time, and then the last administration, President Biden kept doing that. So that's why I had to put my mouth over like that to make it sound like this. But then people are going to think, Ken, why are you grabbing the mic like that? Are you used to, Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so Putin visits, and when he visits, he gets off the plane. We're talking about, again, we're going to talk about this. Don't worry. Everyone's talking about the other stuff too. Yep. We are going to get there. Now, we'll say this. In my years in the military, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people who make comments about this themselves are not fucking diplomats. So shut your fucking hole. There's not too much. Look, I don't know all the power and stuff like that that's going on with the way our diplomats, the way our administrations, past and present, deal with other dignitaries. So shut up. You don't either. You haven't done it either. Sometimes I think that there's individuals that are purposely trying to fucking ruin this shit for their own fucking agenda. So this is what I thought was pretty fucking cool. D. Treasy's fucking walking. And then all of a sudden, bam! Oh, look at that. America. Bam, look at that. Look at that. Oh, son. You got a B-2 flying over your ass. Yep, you see that shit? That shit will bomb you too, blah, 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 whatever. And then, you know, Vladimir's probably saying, it's been very impressive. I'm not going to do a Russian accent. Do that again. Look, and now everyone's talking about this was a quote unquote, and people were clutching pearls. You remind me of another truck runner. I have a deeper voice. It was not an air show. It is a flex. Now you see him walking down the carpet in between F-22 Raptors. And here comes the fucking B-2 flying over with some F-35s. I think those are F-35s. That reminds me. Didn't realize how big the B2 is. It's a big flying dirty Dorito chip. So everyone's crying, saying, oh, he did an air show for Putin. Man, shut up. This is like flexing. If you didn't see that as a flex, that's on you. I think this was an outstanding flex. I don't think I've ever seen anybody, I don't know, I don't think I've ever seen any dignitaries or other foreign leaders doing this type of flexing. Or that type of I don't know, display of power. And did you see, yeah, exactly that, Devin, it was a show of force flex. That's the way it is. Saying that, you know, if I wanted to, I could just drop a bomb on both of us. You won't be able to say shit. To be fair, if it were Putin, I'd be enjoying it, even if I was in Moscow. Did you see that little shit John Bolton? Man, you guys are fucking feisty in the chats too. Did you see that little shit John Bolton saying that Trump's only doing this because he wants the Nobel Award? Like, shut the fuck up, you little twerk, quote unquote. Exactly. Oh, these guys that are fucking haters. You had your chance. You had your chance to do something about this. Guess you, like Dave Chappelle, guess you need to shut the fuck up, right? Shut the fuck up. So that happened, right? What was that? Port side was Fat Amy? What is that? Bolton hides his mustache. So a lot of people had fucking opinions about what it looked like from a detail point of view. You know, a lot of individuals that like to shit talk saying using soldiers as props and blah 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 blah, they are the worst ones, because they are the ones that love to tell, oh, I love the troops, I love the soldiers, blah 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 blah. And I can tell that they've never been in. And I can tell that no one has actually served in the military to understand what it takes, that anytime there's a VIP that shows up, what the military does to fucking do it. I mean, if you've not been at a congressional delegation, you will see officers do things. Wow. Because they're congressional visit. It's a congressional visit, right? What do you think happens when anytime we do a detail for division review at the 82nd Airborne? Or when I lead a distinguished CG, we even posted the comment, painting rock, the jokes. I mean, the jokes and memes could write themselves. How many here painted rocks before? For a visit from a VIP that never ended up going to your fucking building anyways. What's up, Musa? We got immediately everyone's like, oh my God, it's disgusting. U.S. soldiers are on their knees rolling out the red carpet for Putin. That's a fucking detail. You didn't say that shit when we were setting up a stage and doing the fucking red carpet for Biden, for Obama, for Trump 1.0, for Clinton, for Bush. We do the same shit. You get... I'm going to tell you what. Hey, you're voluntold to do that stuff. I will say this. At least they weren't legs. Everyone's like, oh, they got special forces. There's special forces in there. Do this stuff and blah, blah, blah. These are the images that I'm talking about. Now everyone says that they were kneeling. They're on their knees rolling. Man, shut up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Have any president, or has anyone that has had somebody from our government, specifically the president, and see what the fuck happens there? I will tell you right now, yes, I have seen it happen. I have been part of those fucking details. It's called being a detail dummy. You're going to do this. Well, Insomniac says, we didn't lay out the red carpet. It was the Russians who set that up. Hey, it doesn't... Dude, I mean, well, yeah, exactly that. They're on their knees. How else do you fucking lay carpet? Someone just said you just walked into that one. Yes. Yes, I did. It's called protocol. Exactly that, Gary. So you just don't go back to the red carpet part. Okay. You've never been on your knees before when you laid out carpet? I have a guy for that. Yeah, exactly right. So everyone who's on a detail, anytime you go visit somebody, dude, that's just for even for freaking generals. General so-and-so is going to come by. You better paint those. You ever get that? You better paint those rocks. You better fucking do weed eating. You better get ready for this. He's going to come visit. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's going to do this. And then everyone's waiting in the motor pool, waiting for somebody to show up. Nobody shows up. The general doesn't show up. But those rocks look good and painted. There's coffee laid out. There's fucking refreshments and drinks. They have a little tent set up. So like I've been commenting, wait till you see what we do for our own VIPs in the military. We do the same stuff. Miss me with that bullshit. Maybe that should be a new segment of the Monday edition. Miss me with that bullshit. Joshua says, flew Trump's wife on his first term in Korea. The amount of red tape we had to go through was insane. Yeah. Dude, just to sit by. I got to hang out with W. And bro, the amount of ass kissing for that. So again, I'll say, I can't wait. I've always wanted to say this because public affairs people say this a lot. That's a nothing burger. That has nothing to do with the other. Welcome to being a detail dummy. Wait till you have a change of command. Wait till you have a division review and see the amount of slobbing that goes on when it comes to get somebody to get ready to fucking do a ceremony. The fact that you got to give flowers to an outgoing commander's spouse, an incoming commander's spouse, while you're dressed up in your uniform with an ascot. There you go, man. Thank you. Boy, if people really saw what the military does when it comes to something like that, you'd be like, what the hell are you doing? You got people giving your wife giving flowers and shit? When I had ceremonies, I had enough, wives, ex-wives, and side pieces. Here you go. Here you go. I had a whole section off for me. No, just kidding. Good Lord. It wasn't that big of a deal, so knock it off. Soldiers do details for dignitaries all the fucking time. I'm just so glad it was represented by the airborne community, 11th Airborne Division. All the way. Or in that case, for those who did not jump qualified that just recently didn't celebrate National Airborne Day, you could say all the leg instead of all the way. I'm going to sharp the income. Yeah. Exactly. What if yeah, that's a good point. What if you want to give the commander's wife a flower and you're not even in the army? I would slaughter your DMs. Good Lord, people were making a big deal about that shit. It exploded fucking on social media big time. I will say this, if you guys really want to see all the screeching and reeing, just go to Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it now, or I'll just say X. It happens all the time. You see people are like really getting their blood pressure rolled up and saying, damn, dude, you really get fucking... You have individuals, to include veterans. They're going back to the veterans shit again. We have veterans that fucking know that this is part of protocol, that know this is what happens when a dignitary comes by. Just because you don't like Trump, just say it. I don't like Trump and everything he does, and that's why I hate it, and that's why I'll shit talk. Just say that. Not, yes, I know the process because I was in the military and I was also a protocol officer and a public affairs officer, and we had to do this for this dignitary and all that stuff. Yeah, there you go. That's all you gotta do. That's all I have to say, and you'll be good to go. So, again, just sad to see the veteran community go down that route. You're going to shit at each other for trying to help you out? Or they're going to shit on you or spout bullshit? And civilians don't fucking know. Civilians are going to be like, oh, really? Did they really do that? No, they don't really do that. Oh, really? They don't do that? Then you look up their bios. Protocol officers for President Obama or Clinton or Bush. Shut up. You cheese dick. Anyways, so that was the big brouhaha over the meeting there in Alaska. The big deal, the fact that, again, I love flex, keep flexing. They should have had a fucking striker just drive by or some shit like that. Just do something, just to let you know we're not, we're letting you know. Even in Alaska, we got shit. Not just having some, don't get me wrong, it was an awesome flex to have the jets fly over, but just let them know, hey, we have Army here, 11th Airborne Division here. And also, it just seems like people are just out to ruin it. Like, if you don't look, if there's, could you imagine what would have happened if some sailor fucking decided to fuck up the signing of the retreat of the Japanese after we nuked them twice? We should have nuked them 2 more times, but still, that'd be like some Joe. Could you imagine if we had the social media stuff that we had today back during the Japanese surrender? I don't like fucking Roosevelt, fuck this, Truman, and Truman can suck it. They would keel haul you. They'd throw you in the fucking brig or the stockade or whatever if you try to ruin peace talks. That's why I just laugh. I'm just like, God damn, dude. These are prominent Americans and veterans openly shit-talking the administration, hoping it fucking fails, whatever negotiations are happening, just because they don't like the guy that, hey, again, there's some motherfuckers I didn't like either that was serving in the military. And I had their say, yes, Mr. President, too. And I didn't agree with their policies. I didn't agree with what they, what their beliefs were or something like that. And I just kept my professionalism like everybody else did or should have done. Some of you are getting some big pelotas out there, man. Woo! So that was one thing that was just like, oh my fucking God, just stop. And the fact that I'm glad that there was a segment of the veteran community to say, shut up, that's normal, those are details, we always have to do this shit, and that's it. That's it. That's again, I like to quote some of my PA friends and PAO non-friends. It's a nothing burger. So I'm just like, dude, shut up. Again, sitting there looking at all the cajones, yeah, pelotas, cajones, whatever you want to call, whatever East Coast, West Coast vernacular you want to use. Sorry, this bleached out Indig is Chicano, speaking from the West. Orale, Holmes. So, there's people people just like openly just trashing it. It's like you realize that all you're doing is making your cause look like ass. Had somebody asked me a question about, what I felt about, support to Ukraine. I fully support Ukraine, right? And someone said, well, what do you think the issue is? And I think the issue is that when it comes to dealings like this, negotiations and big strategic type of implications with diplomacy, you should shut the fuck up. Because at this point, obviously, if you're critiquing something that, okay, you may not get what you want or whatever, but I think you're not helping your cause if you want support from a country that is supporting you already. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. Kind of like biting the hand that feeds you. You got some groups out there that like to open their mouths a little bit too fucking much. And I'll say this too, is that the reason why you see a lot of pushback is because people are fucking tired. The American public and the veteran community, they're just tired of fucking 20 years of war. So when that's being discussed and someone says, oh, well, what do you think about, supporting Ukraine, blah, blah, blah. And someone says, yeah, no more wars. We should be doing this shit. I think we need to like relax, take a take a step back, blah, blah, blah. And immediately they're called Putin lovers, seditionists, traitors. You can't blame a veteran who's spent multiple tours in in Operation Enduring Freedom, New Dawn, whatever, Space Galaxy, Odyssey, whatever you want to call and then Operation Iraqi Freedom, all those years, and then not expect them to say, yeah, I think we should pump our brakes. That you shouldn't attack them, let's put it that way. I have friends who, we go back and forth. Man, you don't support Ukraine. I don't support Ukraine. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, come on. WTF Nation Radio on Mondays, we support Ukraine. So it's pretty fucking, easy. But again, I'm just saying, you're not helping your fucking cause when you're openly sitting there shooting holes in everything. When you're just like, dude, do you just not want this fucking shit to happen? You don't even know what the concessions, if there are any, or you don't even know what was put on the negotiation table. When you have Zelensky himself posting, important negotiations took place and discussed many issues with President Trump, and I'm quoting him. It was a long and detailed conversation, including discussions about the situation on the battlefield and our steps to bring peace closer. There were several meetings in the format of European leaders and the President of the United States. Dude, this is like on a whim, fast. Dr. Putin, all right, cool. You want to talk to him? I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. Why are we going to talk to him? All right, cool. Well, they're going to bring him over here anyways, and we're going to talk then. Okay, we're going to talk. All right, and Putin flew back, and the next thing you know, what happens? All these leaders come in to talk to Trump, to talk about Putin. Supposedly, I guess Putin called. And here's the facts. Putin had tried and bad intel, made the bad decision to invade Ukraine, but he made a mistake. So not going to keep going, so he doesn't look bad. We're trying to make it look like so. And those are called negotiations, Insomniac. Not everybody gets their way, right? Concessions, negotiations, that's what they're about, right? Compromise. That's part of diplomacy. Have I seen diplomacy happen? Yes. Have I sat in environments where I have watched diplomacy work? Yes. Am I the one that is able to talk or discuss those type of diplomatic, concessions or compromises that need to be made? No, because I'm not qualified. I'm sitting there watching what happens. I did see Zelensky break balls on a fucking reporter that's try to talk about him. Even President Trump said, "Hey, that's the guy that was attacking you about your suit." Zelensky said something like, "Oh yeah, I'm in my suit, but you're still wearing the same suit," something like to that effect. So and this was just as of 35 minutes ago, if President Zelensky says, "I thank President Trump for the invitation for today's special format of our meeting. I also thank all leaders who are here with us today. Emmanuel Macron, Keir Starmer, Friedrich Merz, Giorgia Meloni, Alexander Stubb, Ursula von den Leyen, and Mark Rutte. Rutte. So watching that happen, are you willing to torpedo that shit just because you don't like Trump? I'm willing to bet, yes, there are individuals out there that are willing to torpedo everything that he's trying to build, or even Zelensky is trying to build, because they just don't like Trump. The dude could cure fucking cancer right now. He could. Unlike the other last administration said they could cure cancer or whatever. And people will still try to torpedo it. He said exactly that. He said thank you 8 times. He was grateful for it. If you saw the meeting today, which I was watching it right before we went on air. I mean, like I said, just catching clips of it and stuff like that because I was on the phone all day. I was like, damn, yeah, this looks like some way ahead. They're also planning about having another meeting where he wants President Trump to be there. So you're gonna shit on that? You actually think that you're shit posting and then calling Americans traitors for going, yep, it's in the war. You're calling them Putin lovers, seditionists, just because you don't like who's in charge of the negotiation. Hey, you just got to fucking deal with it. Thank you. Oh man, that's a great comment right there, Pip. There, exactly that. We're watching history live on our TVs. We should sit back and soak it in. That's right. I'm not going to name names because I'm not going to name individuals that I saw or have made quotes or had said to me that are Ukrainians that have said, whatever happens, I think it'll be good. And then they gave their little spiel on why. Well, I guarantee it. There are groups out there that want this shit to fucking keep going. I'm just going to say, man, The fact that Zelensky came back to the States to talk to the president after all that shit that happened before, and he's willing to fucking discuss stuff. Hey, man, I'm not a diplomat. I'm just going to say, like Pip says, excellent comment. We're watching history live on our TVs. We should sit back and soak it in. I don't see what the issue is about that. So, Biden is a joke, bro. I still have allergies heal that damn or even a common cold, huh? Hey, can you retype that, Corey? Because I don't know if it's that's autocorrect or something like that. Hillary said that? Whoa, hang on. Pip, you know me, I gotta check it. Hillary even said she'd nominate Trump for the Nobel Award if he could pull this off. That should say enough. Okay, hang on. I'm not calling you bullshit. I just have to confirm, because then, everyone's gonna be like, whoa, wait a minute. Hillary said what? She really said that? Hillary Clinton, Hillary Nobel Peace Prize. Why am I sounding all of a sudden turning into Alex Jones right now? Live. Did you know I'm two Kevin Bacon's removed from Alex Jones, which I didn't know until during my visit hanging out with the troops in the drone mafia at Camp McCall at Fort Bragg. I had to confirm something. I'm two Kevin Bacon's away. Two Kevin Bacon's removed. That's the Tecate talking. Oh, wow. Okay. This is from her personal Twitter account. I can't believe I'm doing this. Do it, ho. Do it, ho. Check me. I'm not ho checking you. I just did the research so I could pull it up, and I pulled it up. So it's on an Instagram reel, but she posted this herself, and I think it's funny how the image, and there it is right there. It's on her Twitters. There it is. If you're watching this, you are the G's, amigo. What are you saying? Anyways, if Donald Trump, and this is from her Twitter account for you guys and gals that are driving or something like that are listening to us on the road or something like that, or can't watch. I'm reading, if Donald Trump's, quote, negotiates an end to Putin's war on Ukraine without Ukraine having to cede territory, I'll nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize myself. Damn. Somebody said that Bill Clinton follows U.S. Army WTF almost to WTF Nation Radio, so he's probably going, God, why'd you have to pull her up there? You understand what I'm going through every night? Can't believe you posted that picture up, Bass. Yeah, we'll see. She did comment, let me see, blah, blah. She always locks her comments out because she doesn't like people, shit talking her. She even says herself that Trump should know by now that he's not meeting with the friend of the United States. He's in a meeting with an adversary who wants America's destruction and the end of the entire Western Alliance. Yeah, no shit. I think we all knew that. And I think he knew it too. And I think the reason why he did know that he knows the reason. Let me take that back. Sorry. My English and my Spanish and all my other languages are thrown through. I think he realized that. And the reason why is because he flew fucking jets over to flex. Ho check me? Yeah, exactly. He just did a big ho check. How does that pass censors but naked I know, man. Boy, y'all is going off on Hillary. So she even says that. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. kind of like want to know that what happened afterwards. Like, okay, this meeting's going to happen. This trilateral meeting that's going to be coming up. Discussions were happening during the other negotiations and all that stuff. I'm just, man, I'm just curious to see what happens. And I'm curious to see what or the friction or the blowback of everyone crying that they don't want to. Everyone, don't get me wrong, everyone wants peace. Everybody does. Even liberals and on the left are people saying, dude, just fucking talk. Just see whatever. Yeah, okay, got it. Trump's going to do it. If he could do it, good job. Because they're tired of the fucking drama going back and forth. They don't sleep in the same bed? No, I don't know. But yeah, okay. So when the world leaders visited, there was a lot of crying after that just because they were visiting. Which I kind of don't get. It's like, dude, if world leaders are visiting and they're there for negotiations, then guess what? They're probably, I don't know, shit's probably happening. Let me see. Even Zelensky's got this. Yeah, he's got. Look at that. Hang on. Let me open this up while I talk. I know I always break balls on TZ about I don't do reaction videos, but here I am doing a reaction video. She said I needed to do some. She said I needed to do some reaction videos. So. There we go. So, everyone's being met and stuff like that. There's our leaders and stuff like that. I wonder if the catering menu, these talks did have their food from the region or from the U.S. Man, I don't know. Maybe, I'm willing to bet you. And I'm just saying, I'm willing to bet that, and this is, by the way, this is from President Zelensky's social media. Okay, so I'm not like pulling this from the news. This is his stuff. This is his shit. This is what he's posting. Very optimistic looking. I don't know. Depends. I know there's some people that I don't know. I'd kind of I'd wing it. Wait, that's the person looks familiar. I'd wing it. Oh, who wants to? I would ask them, hey, what do you want to eat? You want to eat some? You want some burgers, some hot dogs, some steaks? You want some soul food? You want some fried chicken and some freaking mashed potatoes, country fried steaks, steamed green beans? You want some tacos? Tacos de carne asada, of course, on corn tortillas. Beans and rice, that's what I'd be doing. That's a trick question. Vance yeeted out of Scotland when, what? What did he do? No, he greeted him. No PIQ, he greeted him. Look, see, here they are. Look at that dude right there doing a selfie. Just go ahead and do this blow by blow right here. There he is, right there. See, shaking hands. He's shaking hands with the VP. So, and I don't, he was, everyone's talking about Vance was not there. Vance wasn't there doing it. And shut up. Here he is right here. This is posted on Zelensky's own social media. It looks like he's there to me. Shaking hands. And there's Marco Rubio, who owns like 15 hats of the U.S. government. That dude, man, that guy's working like a dog. Ooh. Biscuits and enchiladas. Yeah. I could make some enchiladas and I can do some pretty good tamales. We had a little potluck. When I was a first sergeant, decided to make up some grub. Man, I made some tamales and I made some enchiladas. And the soldiers are like, hey, when are we going to have taco day? Blah, 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 blah. Hey, first sergeant, could you make some more food? And like, yeah, sure. Working like a Mexican. Yeah, exactly. I just realized that, yeah, Rubio, yeah. Wait a minute. Pero es cubano. He's Cuban. I'm going to say Latino then. How about that, Don Cesar? Yeah, Marco Rubio, man. He's been like the sleeper, man. He's a surprise. Everyone thinking how he was going to handle the government and all this. Man, that dude's like doing 15 jobs like a Latino. Pretty soon he's going to own a muffler shop. Yeah, and a tire shop. Yeah, exactly that. Órale. ¿Quieres llantas ese? Oh, my God. So again, I don't know why people are distant. I don't. Again, if peace comes to Ukraine, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some like specific messages that are probably going to come out. So that way it doesn't make it seem like, Putin did any concessions or Zelensky did any concessions or whatever. I think they're going to have their own type of, I don't want to say like ego checks or kind of like cushioning some egos there, but I'm pretty sure they're going to, why do I sound like Alex Jones? Cushioning the ego there. You're right now. You're right, these guys right now. They're going to be out there. They're going to kill anyways. Yeah, oh my God. He has a refrigeration business. Little Marco has the best news segments and tells how, yeah, dude. Again, like I said, Marco Rubio is the sleeper. So it's pretty cool to watch him in action. Honestly, thought Rubio would be very poor as Secretary of State, but yeah, he's killing it. Well, he's doing other jobs too. He's doing an awesome job. As I'm saying, he's doing so many jobs, we don't know what he is the secretary of. He's just doing them all. Again, I don't know why everyone's dissing it. I don't know why everyone wants to trash it. I just think it's because it's just fucking Trump there. Everyone talks about, and I made this comment before, and I got a lot of hate mail. And, we have inbox sanctity, so I don't go fucking dropping, who said this or who said what. But, man, somebody didn't like my segment when I said fascist everything. Like, what did you do today? And I said, I went to go drink some fascist coffee in my fascist truck in the fascist town and went to go get some fascist lunch with my fascist donuts. Fascist. Then I spoke Spanish with my racist relatives. Oh my God. Everyone's really, they're going off with that fascism kick. And again, I just say, they're just doing this because it's Trump. And as a matter of fact, I think if it had been anybody else but Trump, they would have fucking said, they would have been saying shit. If anybody else but Trump, they would be like, oh, it's about time the Republicans are doing it. Just say we had a Republican president. That's a good one too. Marco Rubio is a Swiss Army knife of politics. Of being a secretary. Being a department head, right? But because it's Trump, people got to talk shit. If it was Mitt Romney, oh yeah, Mitt Romney, oh yeah. It was Biden, oh. It was. I'm just talking about potentials. If they had been, if it was Palin, oh. If it was Harris, oh, great job. Either part. I always think that. I mean, I hate both parties, anyways. But I just think it's fucking crazy. It's because of Trump. They just don't like it because it's Trump. Remember, you don't like the government. It's fascism, but when you do like it, it's patriotism. Yeah. Oh man, good point, Insomniac. And so, yeah, big time. That's why everyone goes back and forth about "Fortunate Son," the song being played for military stuff. So, or Leatherman. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, he's a Leatherman. Yeah. Ooh, he's a Leatherman in politics. Multi-tool. So last thing I want to talk about. To go back to the meeting of Putin and Trump. I about fell out laughing my ass off. Patriotic fascism, jingoistic, nationalistic fascism. Did you know that Sergeant Major of the Army Dan Daly said one time that the wearing of the AGSU shows a great pride and nationalism to our Army and to our service? I'm paraphrasing, of course. Could you imagine? Mitt Romney would have torpedoed this a long time ago. Only if you got a cut. Ooh. So, something that happened that people were like, oh, well, just again, because everyone was shitting. They were already shitting the fact that he was doing a flyover when it was actually a flex. They were already shitting on him the fact that soldiers are doing detail dummy shit, because that's normal for any fucking dignitary. And then the last thing about Putin that everyone was fucking going off about is people are saying, and this fucking tripped me the fuck out. People were saying that it wasn't Putin that visited to talk to the president. It wasn't Putin that visited and rode in the beast. They said this is a body double. Holy tinfoil shit. Body double, huh? I'm going to tell you what. If it was a body double, if it was Putin's body double, and you want to go with that line, that rhetoric, then it wasn't an insurrection. The vax was 100%. That we didn't have lockdowns. How about that? I'll use your reasoning. It wasn't an insurrection. The vax absolutely worked, and there were no lockdowns. Putin is the body double. Ooh, what if Putin is a body double to other Putins, right? But I'm just saying, everyone was just going fucking nuts saying that this was a body double. Look at Putin when he was younger to president. It's crazy. Yeah, I know. And I'm saying, well, there's some side by sides. Well, dude, he's been, look. I didn't look like this. I didn't look like me when I was younger. Even though I seem like to be aging in reverse. At least that's what somebody told me. How many times have we seen, look, dude, Ozempic, fucking Botox, fillers. Again, until someone can convince me otherwise, and you could throw so many photos at me about it, I'm not convinced. I'm not. You know, there were characters. The original Putin died in 92. Again, man, if you're gonna go with that, if you're gonna go with Putin, that wasn't the real Putin, and that was a body double, then I'm gonna say then there was no insurrection, the vax worked, and there were no lockdowns. Oh, and the military didn't fucking deny religious exemptions for the vax. There you go. How about that? If you want to add to that, Putin is a body double rhetoric. If so, again, a case, you know me, case Tecate, comes to find out, there's like 15 Putins in a cloning facility somewhere. By a case Tecate. Oh, not to everybody in the chats, but I'm just saying, whoever I said that to that was telling me that, I'll get you a case of Tecate. And even get you the new white Hennessy. There's white Hennessy out. Ooh. He does have doubles, yeah, but do you have, for me to say, okay, yeah, in different angles and stuff like that, you ever notice that there's the way the media portrays politicians, opposing parties? I know, I'm not saying that I'm doing this, I'm not talking about what I do in my former life. Tip tap. But I will say this, that generally there are some, like when you watch a movie or you watch a video or a documentary of somebody that is on your opposition that you want to shitpost on, you go frame by frame by frame by frame until they get the ugly face, the ugly O face. They do it to Kamala Harris all the fucking time. That every time she talks, they had her face all fucked up. And everyone's like, damn, dude, why does her face look like that? Well, they're just going frame by frame by frame until they get that image, and then they post it for their attack ads. So again, different angles, different pictures, different videos. Just saying this because I'm not saying I've done this myself in other venues, but just saying zip zap. And those of my zip zap brothers and sisters know that that's an angle. All right. Where is the WTF Nation Mysterious Mystery? I want to segment. Glad you brought that up. This is the Monday edition. U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. We'll do some housekeeping right now, but did you know that now U.S. Army WTF Moments has... So that's he's like the Death Star, right? And there's a Death Star of U.S. Army WTF Moments, and then they got WTF Nation Radio, then they got WTF Nation Gaming, and they got Space Force WTF Moments. There's a Death Star, right? Well, in WTF Nation Radio, that's like the battalion head, that's like the battalion now, right? Now, and now we have different companies, we have different organizations within WTF Nation Radio. You guys don't know we got the Smoke Pit, right? The Smoke Pit has their own page. Yeah. Smoke Pit has their own page. The Sports Bar has their own page. Confession? What? What's up a confession? What? Oh, confession now. Let's go ahead and go to the socials right here. All right, he's been known to use body doubles during possible assassination plots, but if he's being transported, a double could be used. As for the camera, yeah, exactly that. How could you pull it off for a body double like that, whatever? Anyway, so again, I'm just saying, do I think that he's got a body double? I don't know. I just don't think it's him. Again, going on along the lines of, if you want to use that theory, then I will use my own theories. I will counteract until there is proof positive that was a body double. Again, I will. If I'm wrong, I will say, "Yep, fucking, I was wrong." I'll have to have some giveaway or something like that. I don't know why I'm talking like Alex Jones again. So, as I was saying, the WTF Nation Radio now has got different pages connected to it now. So all the shows that we have that are on U.S. Army WTF moments and all that will be broadcasting live. Let's see. We got dear. Sitting here looking like a mouth breather. Sitting here looking like a mouth breather. Ashes doesn't know when to shut up. So you guys know we have Pop Culture Warrior, right? Everybody knows Pop Culture Warrior is up on the net, right? We have Pop Culture Warrior, right? That's got its own page. But we also have the Smoke Pit. If you guys don't know, we had the Smoke Pit as well. Smoke Pit got its own page. Everyone's saying it was a body double. Yeah, frame by frame confession. Man, see, yeah, we'll see. We have the Sports Bar, its own page, right? The actual King Smith from the Sports Bar has its own page, right? But now we have the Monday edition. It got its own page, Monday edition. And we have Discord as well. So Monday edition has its own page now. And so the stuff that we talk about on stories and stuff like you were talking about, a deep dive, that will be on this page. Well, everyone's like, it's a body double, it's a body. Man, whatever, I don't believe it. And Sergeant's time as well. So everyone says, hey, how come you don't do little stitches, or how come you don't do any of whatever? The deep dive that you were talking about, Insomniac, that's where we would put that information. So a deep dive on a Monday edition story would be posted on the Monday edition page. Just like any other drama or any other extra stuff that has to do with the Army, it would be broadcasted on, or it would be talked about. Little videos and snippets and stuff like that would be on Sergeant's time. So there it is. Speaking of which, let me check. Let me get some. Break out the lemon pledge. We need a Biscuit show. Don't worry. There will be. I'll let CQ. I'll let CQ do that discussion there about talking about the future of and what's going on. But yes, Chow. Yep, talking about that stuff, behavioral health stuff. Again, WTF Nation After Dark, that will be exclusively on and only YouTube. Maybe a couple of them might get sprinkled on the Twitter, but it won't be on Facebook. Facebook will probably, lock it down or whatever, or complain about it or something like that. So again, this Monday edition, myself and Massey. Massey is a traveling artist, working man. Hey, thanks, Corey. Appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us. Tuesday is Pop Culture Warrior, Michael Cataskio, also known as CQ, the Pop Culture Warrior show that talks about all veteran-focused, looking through a lens veterans with his angry staff of Mad Mike and Angry Elf. The Smoke Pit, the Sorens. We got some good feedback saying that the late night showing of the Smoke Pit was pretty good. And I don't know, maybe CQ might be bringing it up. You never know. Start today's Sergeant's time with myself and Spanky. We also, do all the Army stuff there. Why is my voice slowly growing? Like, why are we talking about Sergeant's Time and I am imitating Alex Jones? Friday night FTX. They just did it, FTX already. So they're going to have a bye week. And then weekend co-ops. You never know what you're going to see in the TL. With Nemo and the crew. Madfinger Games. Gray Zone. Freaking call. What was it? They played The Division. Man, they're coming up with some good stuff. Good content. Always either by themselves or by himself, or he is always collabing with Valor Gaming, WTF Nation Gaming, and Stack Up. So we need a conspiracy episode. That is in the mix. That's part of the plan, PIQ. There's going to be some stuff because somebody, I don't want to say somebody threatened me, but I will say this, like, hey man, I know what you did. I know you can do some stuff. Come on, man. You should talk about it because, and I am discussing some stuff that I could talk or not talk about. So that way I don't have black Suburbans pulling up to my driveway and hauling me off to jail. So that way I can make sure I could talk about it and be able to, it's because I like Alex Jones. No, I said I'm already 2 Kevin Bacons removed from Alex Jones. And that's a funny story in itself. Yeah, the Late Night Wednesday will be are always at 2300 EST. So that's probably why you're missing them, Pip, because they're like off. It just, if you're not used to the time. So yeah, I'm discussing with some stuff. So that way somebody said, hey, either you talk about some of the stuff you did doing PSYOP stuff and zip zap, or there's going to be people that are going to do it for you and probably mess it up. And I'm like, okay, is that a threat or are you just saying so? I remember when I played it last night. Me and Baby Eyes were playing The Division. You want to play Division after the show? Yeah. Oh yeah, I still play The Division. You know, the hyenas, Black Tusk, those rogue Division agents. I'm playing Division 2 right now though, not the first one. Is a Black Suburban bad? No, I actually had a Black Suburban one time. There's a story behind that too as well. Yeah, anyways, so make sure you share, like, and follow. We're broadcasting live on 5 different platforms. We are broadcasting live on 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, 2 YouTube pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and, of course, X, where you get shit posted. Nobody gets upset. Well, people will get upset, but you won't get banned. You won't get your content removed. You keep falling asleep. I should get Rick Cole. Oh, man, Rick Cole, my teammate from across the pond, fellow Zip Zap, UK Commandos, my friends. There's some, once you get out, once you retire from the military, people still keep track of you, of where you've been and where you're hanging out. And it was just, Rick is the best. UK Commandos, PSYOP, or they say PSYOPs in overseas. And so you figure play online risk. Well, see, again, if you have a Discord, you go on Discord. We are, I know, WTF Nation Gaming and Nemo, and I think we're all talking about going back to the way we used to, where we used to stream on Discord, us playing. I think the last time we played, it was like GTA or something like that. We played the last time. We all played GTA live, and then before that, it was like that. So I still play. I still game. Come on, man. I got a little guy. Me and him, he wants to play and stuff like that. Be a kid with your kid. So, other than that, I appreciate you guys hanging in there and listening to my rant and my very passionate speech at the beginning of the show. Again, once those employees are locked in and we're ready to discuss the timelines and we're ready to discuss what we're going to talk about, they will be unannounced and they will show right up, and just keep an eye out, because then that'll be the show that we hear all about it. So again, I don't think it's the VA's fault. I think it's the VA not getting told, just like the Department of Defense not being told at the top what's going on in the middle and what's going on the ground. So I will say my condolences and my heart goes out to the family of that veteran that ended his life on the veteran crisis line. So again, I appreciate you guys hanging out and supporting us as well. So anyways, y'all have a good night, and see ya. Shouts.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Orders driving us insane. ATF 0 dark 30, no time to complain. Push-ups in the mud, feel the muscle strain. Army life is a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Hilltops in the desert, sandstorms in our eyes. Memories for breakfast, no room for lies. Rock marches through the night under starless skies. Brothers and sisters, we rise. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Drill sergeant's fury echoing in the air. Discipline and duty we all must bear. Battle bodies by our side in the fight we share. In the face of danger we dare. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Souls and firefights, adrenaline's rush. Silent nights, broken by the enemy's hush. Medics on the move in the heat of the crush. In the heart of battle we trust. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. Memories in our mind. Brothers lost but never left behind. Army WTF moments in the stories we find. In the Army's embrace, we're forever entwined. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Through the smoke and the flames we rise again. In the heart of the storm we find our sin. Battle bodies by our side, our men. In the Army's legacy we transcend.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again. And then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the army of Ukraine, our army.